So would you treat your partners more seriously if you thought they were going to take 3 and go, or is if you thought they could work with you for a while? So all big companies have a mentorship requirement. It's a legal requirement. And so the reason why is if they're big and national, meaning they're in more than one local market, let's say they're in 50 markets, well, you may join your friend or your mother or your brother, or you may join someone like me who you think is going to be, the best person to help you with business, but I'm not in your local state. So let's say that let's say you have a twin brother and they were in California. You could join your twin brother in California from Georgia, but they may be the biggest rock star in California, but they don't know anything about Georgia compliance, Georgia rules, and things like that. So what big companies do is they give a mentorship program to make sure you have a support system locally, even if you join your partners globally, if that makes sense. So they're also kind of an extra handholder. There are requirements to be in the mentorship program. They're not just random people. These are successful brokers and they have to go through a requirement process. So they are licensed brokers, so you can ask them questions that you could ask the broker essentially. Now, they're to help you for those first 3 transactions. After those 3 transactions, some of those brokers run production teams. So I've had some agents get a mentor and they're like, this mentor is awesome. And I've had some agents get mentors and they go, I want to, run away from those mentors as fast as possible, right? And everything in between. So if the mentor that you have right now, you like them, you can stay with them. And if they have a production team and you think you need more help, it only makes sense if the help they give rationalized from you is worth giving up 20 to 25% of your transaction checks. So let's say you're out there struggling and doing 1 deal a year versus them helping you do 50 deals a year. If you're taking 75% of 50 deals versus 100% of 1, you're making a ton more over here. So what these production team leaders are doing, the smart ones, just to be honest, is it is smart for them, is they're saying, come over to my production team, which gets you outside of eXp's compliance policy to be in the mentorship program. Now you're still gonna have to do those transactions, the 320. Now that team leader, what they're gonna wanna do is hopefully do a great job helping you get those first 3 done and do a good job showing you that they're helping you do a lot more to earn your right to stay on their team, if that makes sense. So they're gonna basically be in the mentorship position, trying to audition and do a good enough job that they can hopefully, by the time you're done with the first 3, keep you there for 4, 5, 6, 7, and maybe longer. Now at that moment, you decide with that person, does this make sense or not? So if they're, crushing it with you and you're like, dude, this person taught me something that I would have never known and I'm doing a lot of deals, then you stay in that team, right? Or if they're doing something that they're teaching you. So it'd be up to you, not them. So regardless, just look at it if you stay in the mentorship program or find a production team to join. Those 3 transactions, once they're done, this one's done for sure, unless they run a production team and you wanted to join that. And then this one over here, once those 3 get done, you suffice your requirements for the mentorship program and you can spread your wings and go off on your own, or you can stay in that production team, if that makes sense. But the benefit for you is that they're gonna treat it a little bit more intentfully, hoping that you're gonna stay around longer. So would you treat your partners more seriously if you thought they were gonna take 3 and go, or is if you thought they could work with you for a while, if that makes sense? That's the mentality from both sides. So for your side, the benefit is I get a choose my partner that may be more specialized. Let's say there's a production team that's on farm and land and you just want to do farm and land, if that makes sense. So instead of just having one mentor given to you, you can look out there and you can ask around workplace, is there any good production teams in my local market? And you can interview with them. And it's not a conflict of interest. I've actually had it go really good for my agents that are in different markets to join local production teams, because many local teams have local systems. And then you would have, just that person helping you on transactions and things like that. And then after those 3, if you feel the value is high enough, then you would continue on with them, if that makes sense.